Welcome to this place. Welcome to this place. Oh, welcome. Hey, what's up? Welcome to this place. You are welcome here. Whoa, welcome. Welcome, y'all. Come on in to this place. Welcome to this place. Boy, I'm gonna show y'all my pineapples. I'm trying to. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Look, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick before I jump into this making this lemonade. I've been, I started my juicing probably around about a month and some change ago. Right? And I started out with like 2 pineapples. And that's been, like I said, a month and some change ago. So I kept the top of the pineapples, right? And I took them and I put them into this bowl. Same pineapples. These are same pineapples about a month and some change ago. And I put it in this bowl and I put some water on them, right? And you can see it got some little brown leaves on it right now. Still got some green leaves. Strong green leaves, I ain't gonna lie. But let me show you, look at this. Look at the roots on that pineapple. See the roots on that pineapple? Man, I'm gonna get me some Miracle Grow. And look at the roots on that second one. Yes, Lord. I'm gonna get me some Miracle Grow and give me one of them 5-gallon buckets. And I'm gonna plant these suckers and I'm gonna see where it take me. You feel me? This is a little experiment. I mean, I've been having these things in this bucket sitting on my counter now for about a month and some change. And them things done got roots on them. Now since they got roots, I think I'm gonna go ahead, man, and try to put them in some soil. For real. Okay, now let me just say this, y'all. Welcome. Come on in. I'm finna make me some lemonade. And I'm gonna show y'all how I do it my way. Okay? And my way might not be the best way compared to how some people make their lemonade, whatever the case may be. And I do have a couple videos that's on my YouTube channel that's showing you how I make lemonade or whatever. And I know that one of the videos, I'm showing you how to make fresh lemonade out of simple syrup or whatever the case may be. Simple syrup, that's one way. Another way, I made, it was a pineapple lemonade using the pineapple from the can, pineapple juice. That was pretty good and decent. Both of them was pretty good and decent. But I'm just going to show y'all my simple version of making lemonade here at the house. If you just want to get you some kind of lemonade, man, where you could just sip on or whatever the case may be. You ain't trying to make a big, huge batch of it, but something that'll get, that'll knock the edge off. All right. So let me see how I'm going to set this thing up for y'all real quick, because I really want y'all to see it, though. But let's do it like this. Let me see if I can do it like this. I'm hoping this will work, because I'm using this tripod and I can't turn it around, can't spin it. But let me see if I can do it like this. What's going on? Ricky say love Trump. Yeah, you love Trump, man. But I'm going to tell you this. Before I get started, before I get started, let me just say this real quick. And a lot of y'all ought to know I'm not political by far. But let me just say something real quick. let me just say something. So Ricky Thomas say love Trump. I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. I love Trump as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a strong supporter of Trump or whatever the case may be, and I love Biden. Not only do I love Biden, you know what I'm saying? I love Ricky Thomas, and above all that, I love Regina. I love Betty. I love Anthony. I'm a loving type of guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much the love that I display. But when I love, I don't allow my love to show how much I hate someone. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to love and hate, there is a versus between the two. See, love will grow a family. Hate will destroy a family. And one thing that I'm not about destruction. No way, no how, no form. I'm not about negative energy. No way, no how, no form. If I can't uplift someone to either try to be better or do better, then I guess I'll leave it to the next person to uplift that person. But I really don't want to be associated with people who know nothing but destruction. There's a song that says you're headed for self-destruction. And I do believe that if we continue to travel the road that isn't conducive to love, then we're all headed to self-destruction. So my thing is, man, is that yes, I love Donald Trump. I love Biden. I love Ricky. I love Anthony. I love each and everybody, man, whom come across me. The Bible says, how is it that you could say you love God, but yet you hate your brother? Well, how is it possible for you to love your brother, but yet you hate God? You see, that's the big problem. God gives us 2 commandments. And then a lot of us say that we love God, but we'll rather follow evil. But the Bible gives us 2 commandments. The first commandment, God said, I want you to love me, worship me, and only me shall you serve. 3, he say, love thy neighbor. 2, he say, love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor. That's what he says. And if God said, love thy neighbor, I got to do exactly what he said. See, you might not like me because of who I am. You might not like me because of the color of my skin. You might not like me because of my opinions or the way that I think. But at the end of the day, I still have to do what God told me to do. Love thy neighbor. I have to love you regardless of how you might feel on the inside towards another person. Is it right? Only you know that answer. Only you know that answer. I feel as if there's someone in this world who needs help, why not help that individual? Regardless of their circumstances. I still believe that other men and other women who think differently. For instance, I'm going to use this as an example. Some people don't believe that you should help somebody who can't help themselves. Well, then we hear other people, they use this term, God help those who help themselves. Well, show me where that term is in the Bible. If you could show me that term, then I'll believe it. But when I read the Bible, I read where God instructs his people to go and help the unfortunate. Go and help those who are orphans. Go and help those who are widows. I read that particular type of stuff that's in the Bible. But when a person who always sit back and say, I don't believe my money should be going towards this, or my money should be going towards that, or whatever the case may be. The same person who is speaking these words are going to find themselves in position to where they're going to need somebody to help them. But they will not have a problem asking somebody to help them. You see, that's when I got to sit back and I say, Lord, thank you for the food that you're able to provide on my table. But if there is somebody hungry, I have seats for them to come and eat. How can you say you love God? God said, when I was hungry, did you feed me? When I was thirsty, did you give me drink? Come on, somebody. I would say this again. I'm so thankful that God gives us second chances. He do. He gives us second chances. Even though that we can't get things right, but he gives us a chance to get it right. I'm thankful that that bullet that was aimed at Donald Trump didn't strike him in the head. I'm so thankful that that bullet went through the ear, pierced his ear, but it didn't pierce his mind. I'm so thankful that we are not reading on the news of an assassination or one president who went down like Martin Luther King, but didn't do the exact same thing that Martin Luther King did. I'm so thankful that we didn't read in the news or read in the newspapers or hear on the radios about a president that died like JFK, but didn't do the things that JFK did. I'm just so thankful that we didn't hear or read in the newspapers about a president that died like Robert Kennedy. I'm just saying, but didn't do the things that they did. I'm just so thankful that he did not lose his life, but he was given a second chance. A second chance. A lot of us, some of us in this world don't get that second chance. But I'm finna make this lemonade, simple lemonade, y'all. So when it comes to Donald Trump, I love him, but I love easy. And the reason why I love easy, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You understand? I'm praying that there comes a time where all people will come together and learn how to love one another without the malice, without the hatred, without the envy, without the anger. What has drove a man mad that he could hate somebody because of the way they look? Your sexual preference might be for a man to be with a man or a woman to be with a woman. That's your preference. Who am I to judge you? I know what the Bible says about homosexuality. I know exactly what the Bible says about homosexuality. There are stories in the Bible that talks about homosexuality. But do you know that there are sins in the Bible that we as heterosexuals do on an everyday basis, but it's no different from those who are living the gay life? If I have a cup of water and I put clean water in this, it's just as pure as anything. But as soon as I take any kind of dirt and taint the water, it's no longer clean. You can't drink of it. You see, that's sin. Sin comes in many forms and fashions or whatever the case may be. You might be an overeater. That's sin. The Bible talks about gluttony. It talks about a lot of stuff. You might look at a woman or a man wrong. It's still sin. You might masturbate. It's still sin. I'm just saying. But hatred, malice, jealousy, envy, what drives a person to be that type of person? What makes a person to hate somebody who they don't know? We talk about the migrants. We talk about the illegal aliens. Do you know that we're all aliens one way or another? We're all aliens, man. The Bible speaks of us being strangers, living in a strange land. This home isn't our home. If you're trying to make it there, then this isn't your home. You're just a stranger living in a strange land. You're an alien. But we'll talk about illegal aliens, and we'll call them murderers, thieves, and drug pushers, and all of that. You got that on in your own neighborhood. No matter where you living at, whether you in a ghetto, whether you're in the poorest community, whether you in the suburbs, whether you in the Hamptons, or whether you in the hills, or wherever you are, you got that right next door to you. If you look in the mirror, you might be just that. But these same illegal aliens who we say that need to stop crossing our borders are the same ones who are coming into our communities, working on the highways, cleaning your homes, are the same ones who are working in your fields, tending your tobacco, your corns, picking your watermelons, harvesting your sweet potatoes. These are the ones who you're trying to keep out. These are the people who are willing to do work that black people and white people won't even do. But you still have these higher ups who are pocket filled with money, who are still hiring illegal aliens or illegal immigrants. And they're the ones who are employing illegal immigrants. But ICE will come and wrap up the illegal immigrants, but they won't do nothing to the person that employed the illegal immigrant. No, the illegal immigrants are not getting welfare. They're not getting child support. They're not getting any kind of assistance from, Lord, we should stop that, because you got to have a social security number. Everybody know you got to have a social security number. You got to have some form of ID. So, for all who love Trump, and you might be in the mega movement, and you might be in the family, ask yourself just this one question, and I'm gonna leave it alone. And Regina say, we can never be righteous because of our flesh, but we can be holy. And that's what God wants us to be, is holy. He say, be ye holy, for I am holy. You are definitely right about it. You're definitely right. But this is the last thing that I'm going to say about it. And I just want to ask for all people who follow Donald Trump and you are a mega supporter. I'm going to ask you this question, and please give me an answer, and I'm going to leave it alone so I can make this lemonade. How many of you mega supporters really believe that there are children who are attending schools, who are going to schools with cat suits on, using the bathroom in kitty litter boxes? Think about that for a moment. Okay, let me stop there. Ray, you just a fool. You just a pure T fool. But anyway, my alarm finna go off. Man, y'all, All right. I think we might be good there. Let me make me some lemonade. Thank y'all for being here, okay? And for my man who just said something, man, please forgive me. All right, what's his name? Let me go back real quick. Ricky. Yeah, I think that was Ricky. There you go, Ricky. Hey man, no pun intended or nothing like that. Not no malice or nothing like that. If it seemed like I came off, a little standoffish or whatever the case may be, I want to be that person and just say, hey, please forgive me, because there weren't no intentions like that. The only thing that I just wish that we could do as a country is learn how to all come together, man, and where we could all just be like the soldiers of the United States of America, those soldiers who are in the branches. They all serve up under one umbrella. And when you look at that, man, there are so many young men and so many young women of different shades, of different nationalities, of different religions, who are actually serving to protect this land that we're living in today. And in my opinion, these are the true patriots who need to be called patriots. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to say, please forgive me from the bottom of my heart. And I really do. I really mean no disrespect. I'm just at a point in my life, man, to where if I love, I want to love hard, regardless of who you are, or regardless of what you do, or even what you believe. Because I'm praying that one day that the love that I believe in will become contagious. I'm praying that one day that the love that I believe in will be just like that pandemic. Instead of taking life, it'll give life. All right, let's make this lemonade, y'all. Good God, let's make this lemonade. All right, so I'm gonna try to set this thing up the best way I can. All right, so I'm gonna pan you down. All right, so lock it in. Y'all, please forgive me, man. I swear to God, sometimes, man, some things can just make you feel emotional. You know, some things can make you feel emotional. When I look at all this division that we are dealing with in the world, you know what I'm saying? People are ready to kill and ready to fight for causes that they shouldn't even fight for. And I'm not saying that the Democrats are wrong and the Republicans are wrong. I'm just saying that evil is wrong. You know, that's what I'm saying. Evil is dead wrong. And we shouldn't follow that. You know, we shouldn't follow evil. So y'all just bear with me. Woo, Lord. Let me wash my knife off, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Come on. All right, so now we on track right now. We on track. I'm finna show y'all how I make basic lemonade. There's my 5 lemons I got right here, y'all. 5, boom, 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 boom. And now I'm just gonna show you how to just do my basic lemonade because I want some lemonade, y'all. All right, I did a video. Well, what I'm gonna first do is I'm gonna take these lemons. I'm gonna leave the stickers on. They ain't gonna kill me. But I'm gonna take the lemons and just basically cut them in half, okay? And if y'all could, man, look, I just uploaded a video. I think it was yesterday, and that video was dealing with steak. I did a steak on the George Foreman. And I'm hoping that you guys can go over there and see that video. If you haven't, please do so. And check your notification bell to see if you're still being notified of up and coming videos. Look, it's 48 people here now listening up under the sound of my voice. How many of you guys seen the video? Please comment. Let me know. Just put an X up. If you've seen the video and you're here right now, just put an X up in the comment section. Come on, put an X up in the comments section. Put an X up if you've seen it, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do with these lemons, y'all, I got me a cup. Boom, that's my cup. And I do have a pitcher. I'm gonna use that. So what I'm gonna do is, I got my lemon juicer. I like this lemon juicer. I got this thing at Goodwill. So this is a regular drinking cup. And this pitcher right here, this little juicer, can sit right on top of that cup. That's a beautiful thing, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, for real. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm just gonna take my lemons and just squeeze them off in there. How has everyone been on today? Have you been good to somebody, or has somebody been good to you? Did y'all get some rain or what? Yeah, just squeezing all these babies up. Getting all that goodness. A little pulp gonna get in there, but it'll be all right. We don't want the seeds in it, that's for sure. Come on in the room. Come on. Let me see. Yes, rain for the garden. You better tell it. You better tell it. And I just cut my grass. Had my grass cut about, what, a week ago? And now it seems like the grass never been cut. But we had a dry spell too. I ain't gonna sit here in front. My grass was brown as a mug. It was dry. If you went out there and cut it with a lawnmower, it'd be like dust going up in the air. That's how dry it was. And this heat, our heat has been up, man, index probably like 103. Crazy heat, man. So I'm just gonna knock these poke down, get them seeds and stuff out of there, squeeze some more. Say, yep, the grass too. You better tell it. You say they do charge those who hire illegals. Now, let me ask you a question. If you say that they do charge those who hire illegals, how often do you hear it? And who are those that hire illegals? How often do you hear it? How often do you hear it? You don't hear it enough. What laws are on the books? No laws that's on the books. You see what I'm saying? How many times have you might have seen, now I'm just talking right now. How many times have you might have seen like farmers saying that Donald Trump need to build that wall and they need to keep all the illegal immigrants out? See, behind closed doors, they'll talk that. But then they're the same ones who are paying them cash money up under the table. You see what I'm saying? You say, you've never been to California, have you? No, I've never been to California. I live in North Carolina. And my mother, she was born in a city called Irwin, North Carolina. Irwin, North Carolina is an agricultural state here. So I was raised up basically looking at farmlands and slopping hogs and all kinds of stuff. And where we had big old tobacco fields, cotton fields, soybean fields. And during the time of the summer, some of us kids, well, not some of us kids, I know that me, my brother, my sister, even though we lived in the city, we were shipped to the country. But if you had to make money for summer school, well, for in the summer, one thing that we used to do, we would either go with one of the grown-ups, and the grown-ups will take us and we would collect strap at that time. And or you could go and work in the tobacco field as a young folk. And then you can make you some good money, is what we used to call it. But even though you was doing that, you got paid what we call now under the table. There was no tax papers done or anything like that. They just hand you an envelope with money in it, and there you go. See, I've never been to California, but I've been around to see a lot of stuff. So I'm not making excuses for anything. Not saying that what you're not saying is not right. You're definitely on the head of it. Some people will get charged, but you never hear anything about it. So I got 1 cup of lemon juice right here. 1 cup. All right. 1 cup of lemon juice. Let me move this cutting board real quick. Hold on. All right. Okay, I'm multitasking, y'all. That's all. So I got the picture, man. I know that the picture's a little too big for what I'm about to do, but hey, it's gonna work. Just to give y'all just a little bit of something that I'm showing you a little bit or whatever. You says hey Captain, what up, Captain? How you doing? Yes, sir. Captain was my team buddy when we did that Daniel challenge. Yes, Lord, he kept me informed. Him and his wife. They did some great things over there. Say, Captain, I done lost on that journey, man, 9 pounds. And that was a hard journey. So I'm thinking about doing it again um come next month. I'm even thinking about doing it either on the 1st or probably doing it in the middle of the month. I got to figure it out. But that was a nice little journey. And it was hard along the way as well. So let me show you what I'm about to do now. Bam. Back to this. So I got 1 cup of lemon juice that we just squeezed, fresh squeezed lemon out of 5 lemons. You can use 5 or 6 lemons. All right. And I'm just gonna pour it into the pitcher. Like I said, this pitcher, man, is a big one, but hey, we're just doing a little something, something. That's all we're doing. Now, what I want to do about a half a cup of sugar. I'm gonna say about a half a cup. And I know somebody's saying a half a cup of sugar. Yeah, about a half a cup. All right, about a half a cup. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put in about 4 cups of water. So this cup right here is 2 cups. So I'm gonna put in about 2 of these. That equals out to 4 cups of water. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Just bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. But before I do that, let me do this real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to find my whisk. There we go. Let me just whisk this. Let me just whisk that a little bit. Excuse me for the noise, y'all. Sorry for the noise. Ooh, 22. Oh, okay. You finishing up. So we decided to do the full 21 days. Hey, congrats. Down to 12 pounds. Hey, God is good. You better get it. You better get it. That was my first time ever trying it. And one thing that I experienced was that body reaction. Good God Almighty. Man, I had nausea and stomach cramps. I had cravings, but the fight was on. The fight was on, but I hung in there. Let me put some water in this right quick. Like I said, this is just a little personal. That's all that is. And as you can see, this much lemonade, that's how much I want. So that's 5 lemons squeezed. And that right there is 4 cups of water with a half cup of sugar. And that's my simple lemonade. So I just want to give this a nice little taste real quick. That's all I want to do is just taste it and just see where we go from here. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna add no more sugar to that. I could add another half of sugar, but that half is gonna do me just fine. So I'm content with that. So what I'm gonna do now content. Come on in, come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he fills out all of my prescription. He gives me all my medicine. All right, y'all, so I got me some lemonade, baby. Some lemonade right here in my glass. That's it. So, with that being said, this is what we got. Some fresh squeezed lemonade. Only for you. And it's only got a half a cup of sugar. So we're not going to be digging and diving into all that sugar. Now, the reason why I fixed this lemonade is, y'all, this is late cooking for me. No videos whatsoever. No videos whatsoever. I got me some pintos. And I got that hawk up in there. So let me just make sure, see if I got this thing tender, y'all. Hold on. Because I let it cook for right now about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She tender. She tender. All right, let me get a little bit of that juice. Hold on. That's good. That's good. Oh, boy. Y'all, I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming, y'all. So one thing I am going to do now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make me some little slurry, just a little bit. Not all this slurry going to get used. That's crazy as a mud, but I just want to make a little slurry. Now, if you don't want to do slurry, what you could do is take you a spoon, take the beans, mash them against the pot, and then that'll create you that'll be like a thickener for you. But only use the half a bag of beans. These are dry beans that I use. I use dry beans. I'm gonna give y'all a tip real quick. Let me do this. I'm gonna give y'all a tip. Trust me. And I should have did a video on this one, y'all. But I'm gonna show you what I did. So let me put the slurry in here real quick. So now what I'm doing now is some people would temp the slurry. Some people would temp it, which means they'll take some of the hot juice and put it into the slurry so it can get warm, and then when you add it in, it won't clunk up or whatever the case may be. I'm old school, y'all. Hey, I looked at my mama so much. I'm old school. So what I do is I just make me a little, I just stir up a little hole in there, and I just drizzle it and keep stirring. That'll keep it from clunking. You don't want your slurry to be thick. You understand what I'm saying? Then you'll have dough swimming in your broth. So I just want this to be thickened a little bit. Now, as I'm looking, it's getting thick, but just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. That'll do it right there. I'm not going to season this pot because it's seasoned to crap. Now, if you had to add your slurry, you could taste it just to see if you had to add more seasoning to it. But that hawk got enough sodium in it. I don't have to add no salt. And let me tell y'all what I did to get these dry beans right. First off, I'm the only one in the house that really eat beans, so it ain't no use for me cooking up a whole bag of beans. You know what I'm saying? And then I ain't gonna never eat the whole pot. So I ended up cooking me some beans, and I washed the beans. I went through it to make sure it wasn't no rocks in it, no dirt. Then I cleaned the beans up. Now here's a tip: you could soak your beans overnight in a bowl, and basically they'll swell and they'll be tender, whatever the case may be. But here's a tip: if you put water in the pot, bring that water to a boil, and then you add your beans to the pot of that boiling water and put a lid on it and just let it cook for at least around, well, not cook, but let it just stay in the pot for at least around about a good 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me change that. Boil your water, put your beans in there. When your water comes to a boil, put your beans in, and then put your lid on it. Let it sit for 1 hour. What I did, since my hog was frozen, I had it in the deep freezer, it was frozen. I went and I boiled my water, put my beans in, and I put my ham hock in there while it was frozen. Cut it, cover it up with a lid, you know what I'm saying, and then set it to the side. And then my beans was swole. They was ready for me to go ahead and cook up. So I'm just gonna tell y'all how I cook these beans. All right, y'all listening? I'm gonna tell you how I cook the beans. If you want to see a video, just tell me you want to see the video, and I'll show you the video. All right. Miss Beverly Johnson say she doing that Daniel fast again. Girl, you better go ahead on. You better go ahead on. That Daniel fast is real. And um and then Captain said he did it for 21 days, him and his wife. Man, my hat goes off to you guys. I'm gonna do it again next month, y'all, for real. Cause that made the body feel real good. So with the beans, like I said, what I did is I took a pot and I put water in it, just enough that I thought that was gonna cover the beans, brought that to a boil, and then when it came to a boil, I threw my beans in it. First, make sure that your beans is cleaned up, no rocks, no dirt or whatever. Rinse them through a colander and throw your beans in the pot. Let it sit for 1 hour. If you want to let it sit for overnight, go ahead, be my guest. But you can let it sit for 1 hour. When the 1 hour is up, get you another large pot to put on top of the stove. I used at least around about a cup of diced onions, and I used a tablespoon of jarred garlic. Brought that to and put some olive oil in it, and I brought it to. I cooked the onions and the garlic until the onions was translucent. Now, once that was done, I went on and I dumped my beans in there. Now, you could use water. I'm giving y'all all the tea right now. You could use water. You could use chicken broth. And if you want to use water, if you got chicken flavoring, add a little chicken flavoring to it. If you got chicken bouillons, add that to it. Whatever the case may be, you know, that you can't make a right wrong or a wrong right. It's just going to be okay. So, with that being said, once you add that liquid in it, I took me some Creole seasoning, and I put Creole seasoning, and I put some pepper in it, and then I went with some sugar. A lot of people say, sugar in your beans? Yes, I put sugar in my beans. How many of y'all put sugar in y'all beans? I put sugar in my beans. You understand? And so when I did that, I took one bay leaf. I threw a bay leaf in it. You know what I'm saying? Along with the ham hock. If you don't like pork, man, don't lose your mind. Okay? Because if you go to Walmart or whatever your convenience store is, wherever you at, they sell smoked turkey wings, smoked turkey necks. You understand what I'm saying? Any kind of smoked meat other than pork you can use. You know what I'm saying? No sugar in my beans or greens. What, Beverly? Get out of here. Girl, I got to have me some sugar in my beans and my greens and my cabbage. I do. Everybody ain't like that. It's like one thing I ain't gonna never put sugar in. I ain't putting sugar in my grits. I know there's a big debate about that, man. I'm not putting no sugar in my grits. No sugar in my grits. So with that, I put the Creole seasoning, the black pepper. Oh, one more thing. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing too. One more thing. Hold on. One more thing. I'm gonna show it to y'all. Hold on. Where is it at? Hold on, y'all. Oh, there it is. Now, y'all, when I tell y'all, you might not be able to get this, man, but this right here is that Toughest Stones. Everything seasoning. Good and savory. I put a little bit of this in my beans. This makes a world of difference. Toughest Stone. I'm telling you, y'all, I put a little bit of this in them beans. It makes a world of difference. So that was all. And now what I'm doing, you can let your beans cook from an hour and a half to 3 hours. Just to see if your beans are tender when you cook it the first hour. Take you about one bean out and mash it. Mash it with a fork or mash it with your hand to see if it's tender. If you feel like the graininess to it, then let it cook for another 30 minutes or whatever the case may be. But the ideal cooking time for beans depends on how you want it, your doneness of it. It's an hour and a half to 3 hours. Other than that, you really ain't got to babysit it. But I would micromanage the fluid that's in that pot because the fluid will evaporate. So you might have to time and time again add a little water. But whatever you do, whenever you do add water, you go and you taste that broth. You taste it, making sure that you still have some type of flavor. If the broth is good, you know daggone well the beans gonna be good. Don't play with the beans. You know daggone well the beans gonna be good. So I'm cooking up these beans. I got my lemonade made. What else I need to tell y'all? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Y'all, hold on. So hold on. Okay. I got my chicken marinating, right? This chicken pieces. It's only like 2 thighs, a couple of legs, and a couple of wings, right? So I'm gonna cook that tomorrow. This is what I'm debating on. So I could, like I made a post. I put a post up saying which one would you guys like to see me cook a Cajun, honey, butter. Listen, Cajun, honey, lemon pepper, chicken in the air fryer. Right? Okay. So let me just say this to y'all real quick. I did do that, but I had a problem with the camera. The camera wasn't even recording. So I made the Cajun honey lemon pepper chicken in the air fryer. And when I tell y'all that mother freaker was good, it was good. When I tell y'all that I was so upset with myself knowing that the mug was not recording, oh, I was upset with myself. Man. I got the Cajun. Matter of fact, y'all think I'm lying. Hold on. Gotta tell y'all, gotta keep it real with y'all. So I made the stuff, and this right here is the Cajun honey lemon pepper seasoning that I put on that chicken, y'all. Woo. Boy, when I tell y'all I was mad with myself, because when I told y'all I was gonna do the video, I did. But here it is, man. Nah. So I'm gonna do that video. I gotta do it over. This next time I make sure that the camera's recording. So tomorrow, what I'm gonna do this chicken because I got this marinating and some seasonings, and I got a little salt in it or whatever. This is my thing. I'm trying my best, man, to figure out if I want to either barbecue this chicken or just straight fry the chicken. And I want to pressure cook the chicken, pressure cook it, fry it in the pressure cooker. Whew. If you guys have never fried chicken in a pressure cooker before, it's totally different from cooking chicken on top of the stove. If you understand, it's totally different. The flavor is totally different. When you're talking about, it's almost like eating that KFC, but without the 11 herbs and spices. How many of y'all ever went to a gas station and ate the gas station fried chicken? That pressure cooked fried chicken that you do at the home tastes just like that. Just like that. What I marinated it in, bam, I got you. Hold on, I got you. I got you. I did that. Okay. I did that. I'm going to show it to you. So, first thing I put in there was some salt. Okay. I put salt in it, of course. Now, this is what I put in there. Redneck Barbecue Lab, chicken and rib, competition winner rub. I put this in there, y'all. And I'm telling you right now, see how much of this I use? This some good stuff right here. This some good stuff. So that's what that chicken is swimming in. It's swimming in this and it's swimming in that. That's it. That's it. If you guys never took barbecue seasoning and try to marinate your chicken in, try it. Try it and then fry it. Listen, try it and fry it. Trust me. Trust me. How many of y'all ever marinated chicken using cumin or using chili powder? That's the same thing, but they have more ingredients in it. More ingredients in it. Is it similar to Slap Your Mama? No, it's not similar to Slap Your Mama's. The reason why I say that is because Slap Your Mama's is high in sodium. It's high in sodium. But that particular barbecue seasoning isn't. It has some sweet tones to it, some spicy tones, and some savory tones, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to do that tomorrow along with my beans, because y'all know that if you cook beans now and let them sit overnight, man, come on here. Y'all know if you cook beans now, you say, where did you get that barbecue seasoning? Okay. Let me show it to you again. So the name of this is called Redneck Barbecue Lab. This is a restaurant here in North Carolina. It's called Redneck Barbecue Lab. And it's in another city. When I was coming back from Myrtle Beach, me and my family, when we was coming back from Myrtle Beach, I always wanted to try Redneck Barbecue Lab. I always wanted to. We was looking to get something to eat after we got off the intersection. And we was looking to get something to eat. And every time we go to a Bojangles was either packed or you just couldn't get in. So we Google searched places to eat nearby. And the Redneck Lab place came up, and it was like right there. It was right there, literally like right there. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So we went, you know what I'm saying? And man, their food was good as a mug. So I ended up buying some of the barbecue seasoning, and I ended up buying some of the barbecue sauce, right? And I cooked some ribs with the barbecue seasoning and the barbecue sauce by itself, and it was busting. You didn't have to add nothing else to it. All you needed was just the seasoning and just the barbecue sauce, and it was on. I'm gonna do a video on that. So we got a barbecue store. It's a barbecue store where they sell the grills, the outdoor barbecue grills, all the supplies. Is one right down the street from me, man. Literally like 5 minutes down the road. 5 minutes. So when I say I got this burger that I sell on my food trailer, it's a Southern Smoke burger. Now on that Southern Smoke burger, I make like the smashed patty, onion ring goes onto it. You'll get a smoked hickory bacon, and you'll get some barbecue sauce drizzled on top. And I make this barbecue mayo, right? I make this barbecue mayo. So I went to the barbecue store because I like dipping and dabbing in different flavors. I really do. I just love dipping and dabbing in different flavors, different spices, different ingredients. And so when I went to the place, I seen that they was selling what? Redneck Barbecue Labs barbecue sauce and the seasoning. Boy, I jumped for joy because I no longer have to ride at least 40 some miles to get their products. All I got to do is just get in my car and go 5 minutes down the road. Yes, sir. So that's what I'm making my barbecue sauce with, is with their product. And man, it's been a hit ever since I put it on the menu. And you just got to get out and try different stuff. And that's the reason why I love this air fryer, because when it comes to like different flavors like this, I can see me making this sauce, putting this over some wings and selling it, because bruh, it hit. It really did. It really hit. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna do me some chicken. I'm trying to figure out if I should just go ahead and pull my pressure cooker out. And I'm talking about the one you put on top of the stove, not the one you plug in. I'm talking about the one that you got to put that weight on. Matter of fact, it's up there. My weight is up there, y'all. So I'm talking about the one you got to put the weight on, and that sucker jiggle. That particular one, the one your mama and them used to cook on, the one y'all be leaving and clearing the house out because you think it's gonna blow up. That type of pressure cooker. But it cooks some of the best daggone chicken there is, y'all. No joke. And cornbread. You can't have. You say you gonna make some Hawaiian wings. Oh, that sounds good. Now with your Hawaiian wings, do you add like the sweet heat and the pineapples to it, Beverly? Cause that sounds real good. The sweet heat and the pineapples. Man, I'm thinking more or less you got to have the pineapples, you got to have the tricolor green peppers, and the onion. Girl, it sounds good. But cornbread with the pinto beans. I want to do something in the air fryer. I want to make some cornbread in the air fryer. Seriously. I want to make that sweet baby rays with a little hot sauce. You better stop playing, Beverly. You better stop playing. You better stop playing. And then another thing I would do too, and it might just throw it off a little bit, but just add a little cinnamon and a little of that, the ginger. You could go with the Chinese fried spice, but then you'll be turning it into some Asian wings or something like that. But it sounds real good, I'm trying to tell you. Dang, Beverly giving me a good idea. So I'm gonna do some cornbread in the air fryer. I could use Jiffy, But I'm gonna go with this one, y'all. How many of y'all ever had this cornbread? Y'all ever had this? I'm doing this in the air fryer tomorrow. Have y'all ever had this particular type of cornbread? Trust and believe me, if you never had this simply homemade bacon mix cornbread, mm, mm. Hey, that sounds like a plan, Beverly. I might have to try it out. But if I had to sell it on the truck, Beverly, you just gave me a daggone idea. Beverly, if I had to sell them on the truck, what I would do first, I would barbecue them things at the commissary. I would barbecue the wings in big old batches. And then I would go ahead and freeze them up, take them, put them on the food truck. And they definitely would be made to order to where I would fry those suckers up, make the sauce, and ooh, damn, babe, I'm gonna have to experiment with that one. That's a good one, babe. I'm gonna experiment with that one. Barbecue them things up, and then take them and put them on the truck, fry them, make the sauce, and dip them in. I'm gonna try that. Yes, Lord, I'm gonna try that. That sounds real good too. Let me write that down. Hold on. Let me write that down, baby. You wait a minute. All right, that's on my trick list. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the experiment. So I'm finna get on up out of here. Beverly, thank you so much for that right there, girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna try that for real. So I'm finna go ahead and get off this thing and sip on this here ice cold lemonade, y'all. Ooh, wait. Oh, that's so daggone good. Half a cup of sugar is in that. 5 squeezed lemon, a half a cup. Now, if you want to throw you another daggone thing of sugar in it, half a cup, a full cup of sugar, be my guest. But that's too much sugar in my opinion. I think a half will work for me. That's just too much sugar for me. I like it sweet, but I don't want all that sugar swimming around in me like that. But I'm finna get on up out of here, y'all. I love y'all so much, man. And I want y'all to do me a favor if y'all don't mind. I need y'all to do me a huge favor. Listen. I'm gonna go after this because I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all, if y'all could, and I'll pay the favor back. I'm a beggar. Yes, Lord, I'm a beggar. I swear to God, I am. I remember reading in the Bible where Apostle, no, who was it? Peter and Paul. I'm not Peter and Paul, but when Peter and I think it was Peter and John, if I'm not mistaken, they went to the temple. Then there was a man who was placed at the steps of the temple. And they say that he was basically placed there at that step of that synagogue every night almost, where they carried him and they placed him and he couldn't walk. But everybody that walked in there, in that synagogue, he was begging for alms. This is what the Bible says. I didn't say it's in the book of Acts. And it says that the man was begging for alms every time. And if you could imagine a man sitting there and he got his hands out, he begging, excuse me, can you give me some money? Can you give me some money to give me something to eat? No. But when he seen the apostles, and the apostles came up to him, and he asked the apostles for alms, and Peter opened up his mouth. He said, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have, I give unto thee. See, I'm a beggar. I'm begging right now. And I'm not asking for silver and gold. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not asking for money or anything like that. The only thing that I'm asking of is that when you wake up in the morning, please do me a favor, and I'm going to give it back to you. When you wake up in the morning, please tell God thank you for waking you up and giving you the gift of life. when you step outside of your home, and if you see a stranger, greet a stranger with love. Love somebody and hate nobody. And I promise you, I will pay it back tenfold. I will pay it back tenfold. I promise you that. All right. And with that being said, don't let nobody ever rob you of your joy. Some people might look at you and say that you're good for nothing, you ain't never been nothing, and you will never be anything. But you got to look those people in the eyes and say to them, I'm all that God had made me to be. And that's it. That's it. So love and not hate. Love somebody and hate nobody. Good night, y'all. All right? Be good. And be good at being good. Peace. They will love you back. How you cut it off? Love somebody and they will love you back. Ooh.